Good morning, my dear friends. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know a lot of you have connected recently to my channel, so thank you very much for subscribing here. And my name is Ashwini. I live and work here in the Netherlands with my 2-year-old, almost 3-year-old son and my husband. And I work in IT here. And speaking about working here in the Netherlands, I was thinking about making this video for quite some time now because this comment right here, thank you so much for commenting by the way, got me thinking about how working here in the Netherlands have changed the way I manage my career or like the mindset that I have now towards my career growth. It is very different from what I had back in India 2 years ago. And when I look back and I think about it a bit in detail, I think there are quite a few lessons that I have learned from Dutch guys, or in general the European people. Their way of working is very different, and if you are interested in knowing what those lessons are, stay tuned to this video. The first thing and the most important thing that I've learned from the Dutch guys, or I'm not being honest here, I did not learn this from them. I was doing this even before I moved to the Netherlands, and coming here only confirmed that yes, this is the right thing to do, and that is dressing up every single morning. When I say dress up, it doesn't mean like going all fashionable model type or something. It's just putting on some presentable clothes and looking more presentable. I am wearing the same 3 jodi kapadas every single day, guys. It's not about being fashionable, it's about looking more presentable. And I used to do this back in India, but when I came here, I noticed that now that I stay in a bit more of a Dutch neighborhood, I see that everyone is very well dressed. Like every single time, like if I have to go and ask my neighbor for something, hey, did you get my parcel, or like, neighbor stuff, then somebody will open the door who's always well dressed, or they are out just to move the car or something like that, like tip top dress shirt, pants, shoes. I don't wear shoes at home, but they do. So they dress up so well, and I always thought that is such a good thing, because now with the work from home culture, who wants to dress up, right? We just want to be in a casual, comfy clothing, but that makes a huge difference in the way we approach our work and the whole productivity. And having said that, it's almost like my work time, which is going to start now. I'm looking there because there's a watch there, but before that I have to eat. Potoba, Adi Potoba. Let's go and eat something. And the next thing that I do every single morning is plan my day. The Dutch are famous for their planning and their calendars. They schedule every single thing, even the smallest of the appointments are in their calendars. And while I did use the basic calendar app of Outlook, to plan my day, after coming here in the Netherlands, I've taken it to the next level, because I think as you move up the ladder in your career, it's no longer just the BAU tasks that you have to do. You have to think, you have to strategize, you have to find areas of improvement. And I think one thing that has really helped me is to plan my day outside of my meetings also. So what I mean by that is, every single morning as I have my cup of tea, I have it. So I will write down from 8 a.m. because that's when my day starts after my son and my husband leaves for work. I write down every hour of the day, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on, until 10 in the night or 11 in the night. And I write down in each hour of the day what I'm supposed to do. So I know it sounds a bit tedious, but it is not, especially if you just do it in an Excel. Just write down one side all the hours of the day, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, blah, blah, blah. And then next, just mention what you're going to do. For example, for me, 8 to 9 is like morning routine plus planning my day. Then 9 to 10 is like reviewing draft projects, or like 11 to 12, so on and so forth. I know in which block of the day which work I did not get done, so it becomes easier for me to schedule that work the next day, so I don't drop that and I don't forget about it. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm just done with one of my meetings. I want to place you here. Never mind, I'll just keep you guys in my hand. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about, anyways, So I just spoke like for 5 minutes without recording. Anyways, that's something that I've learned after I moved here in the Netherlands is the mindset that you have when you make mistakes. So for example, if I would do something wrong earlier before I was in this working culture, I would beat myself up so much about it. Like, how could I do that? How can this one little thing go wrong? And I would attach my self worth and my identity with that mistake. But now, after working like pretty much in an European working culture, I have noticed that people will not beat themselves up so much about. They do not attach their self-worth with the presentation that they are going to give to. Yes, they maintain a quality of work. Yes, they maintain the highest standard. But if something goes wrong, it is well understood within the culture and within the people itself that it is okay that has gone wrong, as long as you learn from it and correct it. But basically, it's a very open-minded culture, and I really love that about it, because of which now I feel very open-minded. I feel like I'm much more risk averse. I'm much more looking for new opportunities to get into, to fail, to try again, to learn. Because as I am being kind to myself, people around me, the culture around me is also being kind to me and my work. So I think that's a very nice growth environment to be in. Having said that, now it is almost lunchtime. I'm so hungry, but I have a little bit of a task to finish, so that once I'm done with that, I can just enjoy my food in peace. So back to work. Okay, so now it is lunchtime. I'm going to go down and have some lunch. I take my laptop downstairs with me because, like, idea, you know, you don't ever know who might just call you for anything that they need. That's, I think, a drawback for working from home, because like you cannot really be offline even if you are working from home. But anyways, now I'm going to make a quick meal for myself. And the one thing that the Dutch guys do during lunchtime, which I and you will never be able to do if you are an Indian, by the way, that is lunch and walk. Like, they take their lunch and they walk, they eat while walking. कधीच नाही जमणार मला. And that is because they make very super simple lunch meals. I think they have like bread and cheese and something that they can carry while walking. Not just the people who work in corporate, but also, like, I see high school children or like college going, they just go to Albertine, which is a supermarket, grab some food and start eating. चालत असेल त्यांना, आपल्याला चालत नाही. While I don't walk during my lunch, I want to sit peacefully. I definitely make sure that my meal is quite simple, something that is nourishing as well as healthy and quick to make, because for a productive work from day home, I cannot spend all my time in the kitchen. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Look how pretty. And this I will do every single day, even if I don't take a lot of time to cook. I don't like to cook, but I will take an insane amount of time to plate my food, because I like to make it presentable before I eat. क्योंकि खाने के लिए तो जिंदगी है. By now, if you didn't know, and if you're new to my channel, I am a big foodie. I just love food, and I love to decorate my food before I eat it. But now it's peaceful lunch time. iPad कुठे गेला? क्योंकि मेरे फेवरेट शो के बिना तो खाना जाता नहीं है. It's been a couple of hours and I totally forgot that I was vlogging, and I got engaged in my work, and now where do I keep you guys here? And now all of a sudden I realized that it's 3 p.m. and I was feeling a bit drowsy, so I thought, let's talk to you guys. The one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys, and that has completely changed the way I now look at my career and look at my peers and myself in the organization, is considering myself as a thought leader. What does that mean? earlier in my, like, I'm from India, right? So in India we have this culture of like respecting the elders, you know, muh mat chalao bado ke samne, respect them and all those things, and that kind of translates in our work behavior also. Like, so if there is a manager or a senior manager, we do not cross them upfront, right? And I used to pride myself on being a person who is very honest and who's very upfront and speaks what's necessary, asks the right questions, and is very honest about my work, and only to be put into a room full of, you know, Dutch people or European people where they are even more honest, they are even more broad-minded, and they will not even hesitate for a single moment to ask the right questions. And I would hesitate to immediately cross someone who is at a higher rank than me, even when the topic at the table was of my expertise. And I did this for a couple of times, not a lot of times, just to, you know, get the hang, just to understand like how things work here. And like immediately after the 2-3 sessions like this, my boss, who's a very wise man, by the way, he teaches me so many things, but this important thing he has taught me, that do not look at anyone as a leader because of their position. Look at any person as a leader because they have an expertise over certain area of work, right? So for example, I work in process, so if anything is mentioned about the process, if anything is going wrong, if someone is having different views which is not correct, and I know that because of my expertise, I should open up and speak irrespective of what rank that person is. Because if it's a senior leadership, you know, in the organization where you are hesitant to say, hey, you are wrong, don't be, because that person is also looking at you for your expertise, for your knowledge, and to bring the right ideas at the table. But if you hesitate thinking that, okay, someone is at a higher level and I will not speak or cross this person, it is not going to help anyone. And I was doing that, but not at the extent to which these guys do. They do not care about if it's a CEO or whoever it is in the organization. They will speak up the right things, ask the right questions, and sometimes, yes, things do get uncomfortable, but we all know that we are all working towards one goal and one motive of the organization, so it is all accepted. So I think that is something that I'm going to carry on for the rest of my career, and it has changed my mindset, and that is kind of really helping me, because now I do not see people in terms of their ranks or what position they are in the organization. I see people in terms of what thoughts and how much sincerity they bring into the work. Having said that, one thing that I personally follow is that, yes, I'm going to speak up, yes, I'm going to ask the right questions, yes, I'm going to correct people if certain things are not right, but I am always going to do that with honesty and kindness, because that's something that I live by. It's a way of living. That's something that those are my values. So I do that with honesty and kindness, but also I have to make sure that my point is conveyed across, and I think of myself as a thought leader, even though if I'm not a leader in position or like in hierarchy. So I hope I was able to convince what I'm trying to say here. Having said that, I think now speaking to you guys, meri jo neend aa rahi thi, I was like a little bit of sleepy, in a sleepy mode. It's all gone now. But now I have one more meeting to be finished and a little bit of work. But I think I should take a snack before that. I told you I'm a foodie. I need food. I snack every 2 hours. But yeah, let's go and get some snack. Done with my last call of the day, and somehow it feels so rewarding at the end of the day when you know that everything that you wanted to get done, you have done, even when there were so many distractions. When I say distraction, it means work related, like people pinging in, asking for data, give me this, give me that. But yes, nevertheless, I have completed my day successfully. And once you are done with your day, like, you know, a nice and productive day, it feels so amazing. And the things that, and now I had some 15-20 minutes ka task left, and usually I would just jump on it, let's just finish it, let's not keep it for tomorrow. But living here has changed my mindset about it, because people here do everything dedicatedly and honestly. So honestly, dedicatedly, they'll put their 8 hours or 9 hours of work, but when it is time to go home and do their activities or be with their family, they will even prioritize and respect that time. So that's one thing that I really like about them, that they prioritize and do everything dedicatedly, whether it is office work or whether it is spending time with their family or spending time on their fitness. Everything is given the importance that it needs. So that is why I think these guys have a very nice work life balance, and I'm trying to incorporate that within me as well. And I also have some certain things in the evening which I look forward to. One of them is like taking my toddler out for a bike ride and having a family walk and having a nice dinner. So I think if you have things outside of the work that keep you interested and motivated, I think you bring that excitement and sincerity within your work also. And I think that is also very essential for you to have a productive day while you're working from home. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, make sure to comment down below what you liked and what more things you want me to talk about in my future vlogs about working and living here in the Netherlands. Having said that, I will take your leave now, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.